Clear the tunnel, check the steps, the clock is ticking, welcome to the show. Check the pulse, feel the heat, every blade of grass, every heart in the seat. 22 men, but there's only one crown. We don't come to play, we come to shut it down. Calculated movement, precision in the strike, turn the volume up, flicker on the light. We're under the lights, yeah, we're chasing the glory. 90 on the clock, we're writing the story. 0 to 100, never looking back. Line 'em up, break 'em down, stay on the attack. This is the moment, this is the stage. Flip the script, yeah, we're turning. Ice in the veins when the pressure gets heavy. Ball in the back, keep the front line steady. One touch, one shot, one chance to beat break. History is calling, don't leave it to fate. From the first whistle till the final scream. Living for the badge, dying for the dream. Game over, but the grind never stops. See you on the pitch, ain't a silence. Till under the lights, yeah, tasting the glory. 90 on the clock, we're writing the story. 0 to 100, never looking back. Line 'em up, break 'em down, stay on the attack. This is the moment, this is the stage. Flip the script, yeah, we're turning the page. Yeah. Whoa! Ideas are pain, but the grind never stops. See you on the pitch. Break the silence, keep turning the page.
Neon poles in the midnight air.
Chaptej.
Hi Liam. I think there's probably only one place to start. The goal that you conceded seemed really simple for this level. How can you explain how it went in?
Yeah, there's a tactical issue. We press in a different way to most teams. It's a new way of pressing. We don't step on the press, and then we don't cover in the position that we should have done. Mistakes happen. They had nothing. They had nothing in the game, and we gave them a goal. We talk about the press. I think the press was the reason Newcastle had to kick long balls back to us, and we controlled the game. But in that moment, we make a mistake, and it feels like at the moment every mistake we're making is ending up in the back of our net, and we need to make sure we stop those mistakes.
Does that make it even more disappointing, because then you have 2 or 3 really good chances yourself? Obviously the Delap chance, a couple of headers, potential penalty. Did it just feel like it sort of all went wrong?
No, I wouldn't say it all went wrong. First 15-20 minutes, I think anyone watching the game would say which way the game was headed. We had control, we had domination, we created chances and moments, and then that goal gave Newcastle the energy that they needed to see out the game in the way that they wanted to play. For me, it's 2 aspects. One, we lacked a little bit of mental freshness in the final third, a combination or the right decision or that bit of quality in the moment. And the second thing is we need to make sure we stay. If we're not going to score, the other team don't score. And the disappointing thing today for me is we haven't kept a clean sheet when Newcastle, if they're being honest, didn't really create much. We gift them a goal, and that's something that I really, really need to solve for us to improve in the future.
Jack.
Liam, you spoke about Newcastle having energy. Do you feel that was something that collectively you lacked today? So you haven't got too many options in terms of the squad?
Yeah, it's difficult at the moment with the injuries, especially in attacking areas. I'll never make excuses. Injuries are a part of the season, but you're missing 3 of our most important players in terms of unlocking a low block, which is your wingers. So Jamie was due back on the bench, and he felt his hamstring late after training yesterday, so we're just checking up on him. Obviously Esteval's out, Pedro suspended, and you'd love to freshen it up. We tried to find different tactical solutions. In saying that, I think we got into the final third enough times. We just didn't take advantage of those moments. They've scored a goal other than that from one mistake that I can't remember them having a clear chance on our goal.
And can I ask what you made of the referee in the middle?
Yeah, I'm disappointed. There's more focus and emphasis on the things that don't matter. I'm going to make it really clear. I want to protect my players. I'm respectful to the game. My players made a decision that they wanted to be around. Really clear. I want to protect my players. I'm respectful to the game. My players made a decision that they wanted to be around the ball, to respect the ball, and show unity and leadership. That is not my decision. That was a decision between a leadership group and a team. There's nothing that they're doing with that huddle that is disrespectful to the opposition. And do you know what's amazing? Before the game, it wasn't me. We had a meeting with the referee. My assistant goes in. The first thing he talks about is our huddle. And he says about when I complained about Arsenal being in our half. It wasn't the goalkeeper coach that was in our half. And people who were at that game at Arsenal know why I said what I said. We're not being disrespectful to the opposition. If Paul had focused more on his job, which was to make the right decision, we have a penalty today. I don't think anybody in this room can say that Voltemada doesn't kick Cole Palmer down in the box. So let's focus on the things that are important. My team showing unity is not as important as getting the decisions right on the pitch.
Kieran?
Can I just check with Pedro Neto? When did the FA tell you about the one-match ban? Did that disrupt plans, your lineup?
No, we were semi-preparing for it because we knew it was going to a hearing. Obviously, it's really disappointing because he would have made a huge difference today. And yeah, we've spoken a lot about discipline and what that can cost you. It cost us Pedro on the pitch today, who could have made a huge difference. The FA have made their decision on that, and yeah, I won't comment further on that.
Nizar?
I just wanted to ask you about two players not involved. Just Philip Jorgensen obviously missed out.
Yeah.
I thought he might be involved, and then Josh actually won as well.
Yeah, so Philippe felt his groin. Yesterday he couldn't train. Very lucky. I thought Rob actually performed very, very well today in every aspect. Hopefully Philippe will be back really, really soon. And Josh, for me, that's just the decision I made in terms of the bench, what we needed for a really physical, dominant Newcastle team when it comes to set plays. Having Benoit, Mamadou and Tosin to deal with that, I felt was a better way to go. Josh is not out of my plans at all, and he comes back into my thinking for Tuesday.
So just asking in terms of Champions League, like how do you take this as a in a race for the Champions League? How what's your message?
Yeah, it's a blow. There was going to be plenty of twists and turns. For me, I showed the players the league table up until today in terms of my time with this group. We're third in the league. In my time with the group. And it feels like sometimes it's not that, but that's the case. We're not out of it. The last league game we played, we won 4-1 at Aston Villa. Today was a really difficult day, a frustrating day because we didn't get the result that we want, but I still think there's a consistency in our performances.
Matt?
Yeah, just going back to the huddle and what you said, will you maybe, when the players look at altering it and doing it to avoid a similar situation?
Yeah, I'll be honest, Matt, I didn't speak to Paul today or his officials. I thought it wasn't the right thing to do today, but I'll be speaking to PGMOL. I'll be speaking to the refs, just trying to get an understanding of why that happened today.
There seem to be other officials have said that they think it's because it was Newcastle's kick-off and therefore the referee controls the ball and controls when the kick-off will take place.
Well, yeah, we were told in the rule book it's about timing. You can be where you want on timing. I'm not. I just want to find a solution to this because we're actually talking about something that's nowhere near as important as what's happening on the pitch.
Yeah. Cool. We'll leave it there, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome one and all, welcome one and all, welcome one and all. I hope everybody can hear me and that everything is working well. Please drop a like on the stream if you haven't already as well. But yes, Newcastle stunned Chelsea at the bridge. So hopefully sorry, I'm just doing some briefly. Let me do this. Yeah, sorry about that. So just wanted to ensure that I do this. Why a white lion? Right, let me bring this back up quickly. Okay, I don't know why that's the one that's showing. Okay, so all right, so why white lion? So basically, let us look at it this way. Let us dissect it. So let's look at the thumbnail. Let me put it back in full screen. And big up to Blue Line Chelsea. Thank you for tuning in. So you can see this. So it says, stunned, Newcastle defeat Chelsea at the bridge. That is it. It's the first time in 12 years that this has happened as well. So since 2012, I should say. But this is what I'm saying. So we know that Chelsea are the Blue Lions. However, because of how much has been taken from Chelsea, the whole dynamics of everything, we see Newcastle with Anthony Gordon being able to get the better of Chelsea. And the line is trying to save Chelsea. It's trying to preserve what is a part of Chelsea's heritage. The Chelsea is blue, but it's slowly being eaten away of. The culture, the heritage, everything about it is slowly being eaten. So therefore, rather than it being blue, it is white because it's being erased. Everything that makes Chelsea blue is imagination now, and therefore the Lion is fighting. The Newcastle player in Anthony Gordon here is essentially taking away the life out of Chelsea. The blue part of Chelsea no longer exists thanks to Newcastle, because they were black and white, and therefore they've taken away that and they've made it a white fortress. No longer blue. It's not a blue fortress anymore. It's a white fortress. So that is it. And of course, you see Rossenia there thinking, and Enzo Fernandez looks dejected as well. So I hope that explains it to you, Blue Line Chelsea. As I said, thank you very much for tuning in. But yes, I want to just bring this up first and foremost as well. What is going on here? What kind of structure is this? What formation is this? You have two centre backs right here to the top left, and then you have who's that? Is that Caicedo or Chalobah? I can't even see. That's Chalobah, and I'm wearing my glasses, so you can just imagine the fact that I can't even see what that is. What is this kind of structure? Then you have number 24 there. That's Reece James, and the pass, you can see the pass about to be made. Cole Palmer trying to close it down the player. But what happened? Doesn't matter. Joe Willock is just in and behind, and he's onside as well, absolutely onside. And what happens? He just runs in and go. Anthony Gordon just has to run in the space that is made available right behind Caicedo, and he scores. And that goal is what saved this game from being a 0-0. It's absolutely disgraceful what's going on at Chelsea right now. From losing 5-2 to PSG to losing 1-0 to Newcastle. Now, in terms of seeing the entire game, I didn't see the entire game. So I'm not going to just sit here and pretend like I saw the entire game. I saw glimpses. I saw the latter part of the game as well, where Chelsea had a chance to score. I think it was 1 minute before the game would have concluded. And João Pedro header just goes over the bar. Delap has a clear chance and he misses it. Fofana, corner kicks being taken. Fofana, header going wide. All those things happen in the game, and it just indicates to you that Chelsea is in a situation of turmoil. They're struggling. They have a whole bunch of uncertainty. It's just crazy, man. It's honestly just crazy what's going on, man. And you know, I don't know, man. I'm trying to just keep the rationality here, but I'm seeing other people. They're doing streams right now, and they're saying that Pochettino has returned. Pochettino has returned, and what I'm noticing is that, you know, people are saying we're going to see more chaotic football, but we're seeing too much chaos right now. You need more conservativeness. You need to be taking calculative risk. We saw calculative risk earlier when Rossenia came in, but over time the high line is becoming a massive issue. It's becoming unacceptable. It's becoming a thing that is hurting Chelsea, and as a result, all we can do is just look at the coach who took blame for it, to say that he demanded the team to do certain things. They did it, so it's not like they disobeyed him, but he's taken full responsibility for putting the team in a situation where they had to be making those decisions. So what do you do then? What do you say to somebody like that? I don't know. But I don't know, man. This is not Chelsea. The season has imploded, but I was saying it for a while. I said it from the beginning of the season. I believed that Chelsea would get 7th place. I don't see them getting top 4, top 5. Even that was before Maresca left. Rossenia came in, and I have not even changed my stance since Rossenia came in, because I know that it goes beyond the coach. The squad building is a big issue. The options that are available is a big issue. Players are being inconsistent. The only players that I could say today that really showed anything, if they'd showed anything massive, it's probably João Pedro trying to do things here, but even he was limited in terms of what he wanted to do, perhaps. Liam Delap tried to do some things. Liam Delap was also very poor. I think Liam Delap should not start for Chelsea ever again. And I'm a person that I like to believe that players can have an upturning performance. They can turn things around. They can be better players in the future. But I cannot understand for the life of me what the hell is going on with this player. Liam Delap looks like he needs time to get back into the groove. But I don't know. It's honestly just crazy to me. I don't know what's going on, man. Honestly, but back to the thumbnail here. Stunned. Newcastle had a heartbreak. They ended up losing, but losing their lead to Barcelona in stoppage time due to a penalty being given to Barcelona in the Champions League in the past week. And now this is what has happened as well. So my I don't know. My thoughts on this and how I look at this is that Chelsea are in a situation of turmoil. They're in a situation of confusion, instability. A lot of confusion is gonna continuously cause Chelsea to continuously lose points. And it's just really it's a case of consistency of being inconsistent. And I don't know. I was told by my good friend and brother Jerry that the performance wasn't horrible. It was fine. It was just that we couldn't score. And let me bring up the statistics. And I'm going to go over to ChelseaPerspective.com to utilize that. Look at the statistics, try to get an understanding of what's going on, and then of course I may use FootMob as well to help with navigating the viewing of the statistics. But yeah, man, let me know for those who are watching. Let me know what you think about that. But so I'm just going to share this now. This is from ChelseaPerspective.com. So you see here we saw Joe Willock get me assist for Anthony Gordon's goal in the 18th minute. Fofana got a yellow card. Caicedo got a yellow card as well. Ramsdale got a yellow card. Hall got a yellow card. The lap came on for Gusto at halftime. Lavia came on for Caicedo in the 61st minute. Hatso came on for Fofana in the 82nd minute. For Joe Linton, he came on for Voltamari in the 67th minute. Dan Burn came on for Joe Willock in the 77th minute, and Ilanga came on for Murphy in the 78th minute. So that is that part. But yeah, that's the case. Okay, I'm trying to see if I can find the statistics. Let me see what's going on here. Okay, here it is. So 67% possession for Chelsea, 33% for Newcastle. 1.43 XG. I'm not a big fan of XG, but the XG here is saying that we underperformed our XG. Newcastle had a 1.42, so it was just 0.01 less XG that they had, and they outscored us. They didn't outperform their XG, but at the same time, they didn't do crappy as well. 22 shots, 3 for Chelsea and 7 for Newcastle. That's just slightly below 3 times less than what Chelsea had in terms of shots. Shots on target, 3 from Chelsea, 5 from Newcastle. 92% passes accuracy from Chelsea and 78% passing accuracy from Newcastle. 8 corners from Chelsea and 1 from Newcastle. 9 fouls from Chelsea and 10 from Newcastle. And just look at the lineup again so you can have an understanding and the visualization. So I don't know why this is showing me this. I don't want to see that. Joao Pedro started up top. 6.7 rating for him. 6.7 for Garnacho as well, who started on the left-hand side in the absence of Neto. Enzo Fernandez, 7.2, was right behind. Then you have Cole Palmer on the right-hand side. Caicedo and James apparently were the ones that were in the midfield area. And Kukurea, Chalobah, Fofana, and Gusto was the back four. And Sanchez returned to goal as well. So that is that. So let me go back to the chat because I see that Blue Line Chelsea is asking a valid question here. Is Liam coaching rigid, or will he change his up? I mean, he has to. So I don't know if he's rigid. I hope he isn't, and I hope he learns from his mistakes. He has a track record of learning from his mistakes. At least that's my hope. So I'm hoping that he continues to learn from his mistake, because we cannot continue like this. It is unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable. But I'm looking at the poll that I put out. We have 33% saying Rasenha is to blame for the Chelsea situation. We have 33% saying that the owners are also at blame for it, and the sporting directors get 33% as well. So I am joined here by Bamfordino. Welcome, Bamfordino. It's good to see you. How are you doing? Thank you for tuning in.
Thanks a lot, bro. Big ups to everyone listening to you, and I'm going to make this quick. Today's game
No problem.
was totally abysmal, and I don't know why we need to continue with this kind of behavior, especially when we always have the opportunity to at least catch up with those who are ahead of us. It is very important to, make a lot of amends as compared to last season. This season, I would have thought that we'll be thinking about winning the EPL. We needed a trophy, but this is something that is really, really bad. I think we are rather retrogressing, which is very, very bad. And I've heard a lot of pundits and a lot of people talking about how the market wasn't that good. But I also think that there were certain players we shouldn't have even brought them in the first place. Some of them have made their marks. They have proven to be better for the football club. But others, they haven't impressed me at all. Somebody like Delap, if it's not getting better, it's about time we take him out, let him go for a loan deal. That will help this brother because anytime he's into any game, he doesn't seem to improve, and it's a bit, worrisome. You can't come and play for Chelsea Football Club, get all the opportunity, and you just mess it up all the time. At least Jackson was scoring goals for us, and this comes to the argument that Delap and Jackson, why did we even spend that much to bring the lap? And I think he was more expensive as compared to João Pedro, who is not even a striker. But so far, João Pedro is doing the work the lap was supposed to be doing. And I don't care about the number of minutes this brother gets to play. But time and again, he has proven not to be that good enough for Chelsea Football Club. This is a football club. We used to have Anelka, we have Drogba, we have Kalu, we have all the top, strikers. And one thing about Chelsea, if you come and you are not able to be that good, there is no way you could be good anytime soon. It happened to the Spanish guy Morata. It happened to Pato. It happened to Falcao. It happened to a whole lot of strikers who came in and they couldn't make their marks here. So if he really wants to be serious and get his spot in this team, then he should be able to at least make the difference. If he's coming in to change somebody, he should come in and change the game for us. But he shouldn't be a liability for this football club. And I believe that the owners, in a way, we can also blame them for all this mess. They took over 2022. We are in 2026. They were able to win the Club World Cup for us. I'm not going to dispute that fact. It was a awesome, achievement. But we also want to see something that we've never won for a very long time. The last time we won the league, I want to believe it was 10 years ago. And we don't want to end up like the way Arsenal ended up by not winning anything for the last 20 years. This is not Chelsea Football Club. And the owners, I want to tell them, if this football club was like the way it is right now, there was no enticement for them to have come here and purchase the football club. It's because somebody was able to mold this football club to the level where they were so interested to come in and take over. So if you have bought this thing from someone who was in love with this football club, who was doing everything possible for the success of this football club, and you are unable to do the same thing that they are doing, then I don't think you can own the club. You understand? And Chelsea fans are not asking for too much. There seems to be a whole lot of problem that we are not solving. And each and every time we will come here and talk about the same thing. If like our defense and the attack is equally good like the way we have like some fantastic midfielders, I don't think we'll be talking about playing Europa or playing Conference League. would have been talking about titles and would have been talking about going to the Champions League final. So it comes to tell everybody that this football club is not improving. Look at the performance they put up this afternoon. And I'm so disappointed with the likes of Fofana and some few other players. You have to have an essence of urgency anytime you get the opportunity to play for us. We can never continue to be doing this to ourselves. This was the opportunity for us to close the gap between Manchester United, Aston Villa, and us. But we just blow it. Right now, even if one of them beats the other, the gap is going to be 4 and I think 4-3 something, because they all have, I think, 51, I guess, and we have 48. So even if one of them win, we are still going to be at number 5. You understand? And it pains me a lot. It pains me a lot that, like, there are so many players, we have to get rid of them. We need to get rid of them, bring in quality players. We want quality and experience for this club. You cannot bring young guys expecting them to be out there without any mentorship, without anything, and you expect them to win. That is not how football club or bigger football clubs run their show. If you look at the big clubs, they don't even think about anything like rotational or whatever we are experiencing here. What was the essence of even putting in Jorgensen in the PSG game? This is something I was so afraid. And whatever I was thinking, it happened the last time. You have Sanchez, who was your best player or one of the best players on the day we demolished PSG. Why then Rosinia decided to bring Jorgensen? Why did he decide to bring Jorgensen? The goal that was scored, I think Cavastelia's goal, the 5th one or so, or the 4th one that he scored, there was a similar thing that Sanchez saved today. So that could tell you, look at his reflexes. There was a deflection that could have ended into the net, but he was able to save that situation as well. I'm talking about today's game. And we played against PSG, something we were just fighting for. And we just went out there and blew everything. And right now, it seems our options are getting thinner and thinner. I believe we can think about, I don't know if we are still in the FA Cup. I think we are still in the FA Cup. Probably that is the only competition we can fight for. But I was telling other, pundits, or should I say some of our colleagues, that I still believe we can beat PSG and get to the next stage of the competition. But it's going to be very difficult for us. We need like 3 unanswered goals, or if we want to really go to the next stage, we need 4 unanswered goals. Which players are going to score that goals? Sometimes we'll be very doubtful, but we are not going to lose hope yet. So it is the responsibility of the sporting directors, the owners. They need to come together. If you're a sporting director and you feel like the owners of your football club are not siding with you to get the right players, then you should leave the football club, because when everything happens, fans doesn't know who was in charge of whatever transfer deals that went on. They will blame you as the sporting director. That is why they have to be more professional. They need to let the owners know how things are being run right now. Because if you tell me we are experiencing a lot of mediocre in our football club, like we think everything is okay, which is not okay for some of us, because we know how this team have been working so hard to get to the top, and all of a sudden we are coming down, 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 down. For the past 4 years, it hasn't been that good, and it gets worse, 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 worse every season. And it seems these owners are not doing anything about the situation. This is their football club, but I believe if the fans also choose not to patronize anything that will bring them the income, I believe the football club will not be run perfectly, and they can leave this football club for somebody who is very serious to run it. As it stands right now, I think that's where it will be heading. And I believe at the end of this season, if the position we achieve is not that great and we enter into a new season with a lot of this rubbish and garbage, I know the fans are going to revolt and it's not going to be a good thing. And I can even encourage some of the season ticket holders to boycott some of the league games. Some of us, we live in the United States. Sometimes you need to go all the way to London to just go watch some of these games. And there are times you can't even, get the ticket unless you go in for the ultimate, the hospitality tickets, which are very expensive. Are these people telling us that we are crazy for doing that? We are all doing everything possible for the love of Chelsea, but it seems these guys are taking us for granted. So me, I'm so pissed and I'm so disappointed. I don't care about what they did during the summer. It was good we're able to win those um, competitions, but we also have to bring back the Chelsea we all know. It seems the Chelsea that we all know is gone, and we have to blame the head, because if you take fish for instance, if it gets rotten from the top. You understand? And it affects other parts. So they are in charge. They know how to run the football club. But at this point, I believe the way they are running it, a lot of the fans are not happy with them. And they have to do everything possible to bring in the right players. We have a lot of some quality young players here, but who is going to mentor them? We have none. You understand? And we have a team where Rhys James is a very fantastic player, but in any team, you wouldn't have a captain who is so quiet, who is so gentle, who doesn't even talk sometimes on the field of play, as compared to the like of JT, Zola, Den Wise, and all those guys. You understand? These guys were more passionate. They had the aura for the position they were holding. But with James, he seems cool. He doesn't even sometimes talk to the boys anyhow. JT will shout at you for you to be very, very cautious, even if you are playing with him. Thiago Silva, when he was here, he was doing that for us. He was controlling everything. But in our team, who do we have? And I'm not surprised that we keep on getting cards, unnecessary cards. You understand? There are so many things that is wrong with this football club, and the direction this football club is going is not the best direction. And if care is not taken, one day, we're going to end up like the way some of these top-notch teams have come and they've gone. Let's not forget that Leeds United one time was like us. And I wouldn't be surprised one day we could be like them. You know, it was a top, it was a top club back in the days. But look at them right now. They've been going in and out from the Premier League. It can also happen to us if we don't do the right thing. And we might think that we are far from the whole thing. It could one day get to us if care is not taken. That is why we are urging these owners. They have to go out there, get the right players for us in the upcoming season, because it seems this season is over and we might not win anything. So they have to go out there. You need players who will come in and bring more or enhance or activate Estaval's talent. You can't just put him right there. He has the raw talent. He needs somebody to activate the way he play. Chaloba is picking up. I believe if Kowa was here, it could have been a little bit better. But is that all? We need players who are going to activate activate the performance of other players so that we will know where we are going. But as it stands right now, it looks so bad. And I will put the blame on the owners. And sometimes I'm also going to blame the squad and the manager in charge. The fans are doing everything possible. They are doing their best. They are playing their role very well. They have to go out there and make everybody proud. Other than that, we are doomed. And as I was telling you, I want Badia Shell out. I want Decisive out. I want the lap out. Who else? I want Tosin to go on loan. I want who else? Who else can I even think of? There are some other players I feel like they have to be out because it's so like overwhelming with all this big squad and nothing is happening. And also for Fana, one more injury, I want to see him out because if you have a young talented player like Hachampong who is also not getting enough, playing time, I don't see the reason why he has to be here. Someone who doesn't even get a full season or go a full season without an injury. I want to see him also out. Let's bring world fit, experienced players, let them come around, and I believe these problems that we are going through might be solved. So, all in all, I would say this is what I feel about the current situation of our football club.
All right. Well, you said so much, and I'm happy that you're able to get all of that out because reality is this channel, in relation to Chelsea perspective as well. It's a place where you can, it's like therapy. It's a therapeutic session. Whether yeah, it's a good thing where Chelsea's winning or if Chelsea are losing, especially Chelsea's losing, is a go-to place to just vent. As long as you don't disrespect anybody in terms of violently or whatever, you're fine. So thank you very much for everything that you said. And I can share some of the sentiment of what you said, especially with certain players. I said it before you came on as well that with the luck, for example, I'm a person, I'm a fan that loves to believe that players can turn their form around, but I've seen so much from the lap that has made me believe that signing him was a mistake. Job Joe is showing that less is more, literally, because we spent less for him and he's doing more. So I don't know. I never understood the logic behind why we got Delap as well, but we got him. He wasn't my go-to player, but it is what it is. We made a decision. I'm still hoping that some way, somehow, he's able to turn his season around, but it's not looking good at all. And it looks like it's just it's like you're playing with 10 men. It, but yeah, as you said, there's a lot of things. It's not one person to be blamed. Rasenio got things wrong against PSG, as you mentioned. In this game, I'm not sure about if he got the same things wrong, but I do know, as you mentioned, with Josh Achenkpong, him not starting him and then him saying in his post match that it was a decision because of physicality, because of needing height, and because of needing aerial strength in certain areas. He decided to play the centre backs that he did, but I don't see them doing anything otherwise. I mean, we lost by 1 goal, which is in a sense on paper better than losing 5-2. But yeah, we just couldn't score today. The XG says that we should have been scoring goals. We had only 3 shots out of 22 total shots on target, which is disgraceful. And we dominated the possession, but it's aimless possession. You have the ball, but you're not doing anything with it. So it makes no sense that you had so much possession if you're not doing anything. You're not scoring goals. You can't create chances. Newcastle defending well, shutting you down, and preventing you from doing things. So it's crazy, but I don't know. It's just crazy.
Yeah, I mean the performance was so flat. We were always like caught off guard, and this is a team who were able to come back from our nearly defeat situation with them the last time when we went out there. So I thought they coming to Stamford Bridge would have been very easy, but these guys were so flat today. Like there were no action going on in this game. We looked so weak. You understand? Everyone didn't impress me. Even João Pedro, who we normally, rely on, was doing everything possible. He was striving so hard, but at least he was surrounded by some players who were not putting in a lot of effort to make sure that we would have won these 3 points. And as I told you, it has to do with the squad. We have to do something about this squad because, sorry, if you have the lap coming in to replace Jackson, at least Jackson wasn't even an attacker. He was a false nine, and we couldn't upgrade that section. That means there is something wrong. You understand? Thiago Silva left some time ago. He has already left the football club where we managed to use Chaloba and Kowo, and it seems they were a perfect, pairing. But as Kowo was out for a longer period of time, I don't know how the team would have looked like. So I wouldn't even risk. Go out there, get a very prominent and a very experienced, defender. Bring that person here. Let's see how the person can help these folks. Because you can't tell me that they have enough experience. Although they've been playing here for a long time, they still lack some of this experience. So you need an experience and a very well taught, defender that can come in and change so many things. You need somebody who can take a role of a leader. We don't have leaders among the squad. Everyone is young. Everyone is young. And that has been the problem. You tell me all the players who can stand in when there are so many chaos on the field of play. Who is there to dominate, tell the players what they have to do at all the sections from the defense up to the attacking place. Yeah, sometimes you see a couple of them trying to talk to their colleague and other stuff, but it doesn't look like the way JT used to treat some of the Chelsea boys back in the days. That is what we are lacking. And as I told you, the defense area is something they need to work on it. If they are able to work on it and bring somebody, I believe at least we might have solved some of our situation. But if they leave it like that and we go into the next season, then the whole thing is not making sense at all. And these guys, they operate in a way that I don't know if you pay attention. When they feel like fans are so mad, then they will throw in some rumor out there for you to believe that, oh, we are working on something. At the end of the day, it doesn't materialize. That is what they've been doing to us for the past 3 or 4 years. If they feel something, they will just throw in some rumor. Hey, we are about to sign so and so person. They know how to, make Chelsea supporters believe in
Look at the
them
Reece
or
James
believe
thing.
in
The Reece James thing.
whatever doesn't even exist. And when everything seems to cool off, they'll be like, oh, sorry, we miss out on Kudus or we miss out on the so and so player. And the whole thing seems like as people are saying, I want to believe they just want to make the money and they will be okay. And I think at this point that is how it looks like. Because you don't want to tell me that you are here to win stuff and you are not solving the problem that we are facing every time. You continue to do the same thing time and again. When are you going to sit up and tell yourself that even if I want to make money out of this football club, I still want to work so hard, make the football club attractive before I can also earn the kind of money I'm expecting from the club. But they think that, oh, the little that they can make will be okay. So they are not even interested in improving our squad. That is totally wrong. It's totally, totally wrong. And I don't know how they are operating right now. For all you know, they are even happy that we are not going to go to the Champions League. I have to be honest with you. and they are okay with that. But if they are serious about this football club, they will know that for some time now, our defense have been so bad, and for that matter, we need somebody to step in and help us. It's always like that. And they brought in Rosinia. Sometimes, as a Chelsea supporter, I don't want to come into conclusion that whoever is going to lead the squad is not good enough. People always need some form of challenge. They need an opportunity for a certain role, and I think Rosinia is happy to have accepted Chelsea. And also, was it the right decision? I don't know. Is he the right person to lead us to the promised land, as they always saying that we should trust the process? Actually, I don't know, because it's too early for you to also decide or determine how Rosinia will look like in a couple of years. Are they going to be consistent? Are they going to provide him whatever he wants? I also don't know. So right now, it seems there are so many things that are happening, and the owners need to sit up. If they really want us to win, then they really have to sit up. Other than that, we are in a very serious trouble. I don't see how we're going to win anything now or in the future. And I can bet that these guys next season they will tell us that they are going to get some wonderful player or a defender, and they will end up getting a youngster, someone who is about 19 or 20. That is how I think they are trying to operate, and whatever they do right now, it doesn't surprise me a lot. And I think they are not doing anything good for the football club. I don't care how much they are spending, but they also have to know that before they took over this football club, someone had used decades to build this empire, and it seems they are failing Roman Abramovich for the bad work they are doing. And the things that Roman Abramovich doesn't see to be correct, they feel like it's okay, and they don't care about it. That is why I feel like the quality have dropped down, and right now we shouldn't expect anything that look like the Chelsea we all knew some years back. It's not going to happen. You understand? And it's so troublesome. And I feel like they have to do a lot to make sure that they go out there, get us the right people for the positions that we are lacking. Because you don't want to tell me that we will continue to be playing like this, and they are not going to go out there and solve the situation for us. When do we even today they broke the record. For the past 14 years, Newcastle had never won in Stamford Bridge, but today they came and they were able to beat us. And I feel like that should tell everyone where this football club is going. You understand? You play with the likes of Burnley, which back in the days will be an easy game, and the players will not even think about that. And we draw with them, and the football owners or the club owners feel like that is okay. Then what are we going to say as fans? You understand? If they really know that whatever they are doing is not right, I believe by now they could have started going out there looking for replacements. And these guys are there, especially at Valley. I think that dude is very stubborn. And I think he always wants to do things his way. And I can promise him, if things doesn't go well in a couple of years, or shall I say by next season, I believe the fans are going to revolt. And this time around, there are no survivor. Like, they are not going to survive. If the fans choose not to come watch games, how are they going to run the football club? And I believe if they don't improve in the areas we expect them to improve, that time will come, and they are going to be very surprised about the whole thing. The fans will make sure that we force them to sell the football club and give it to people who are willing and people who are serious to win something for us. If they choose to do this, I believe it's going to hurt them. And I can promise you that very soon that is going to happen. And there are indications that they are not going to change anything. I have to be honest with you. Like we keep wasting our time talking about it, trying to create awareness for them to help the club, but they don't even care. So they have to be careful. And I believe that day will come where nobody will be at Stamford Bridge in a game against maybe Man City or Arsenal. That's when they will realize that, yeah, these guys are serious about whatever they are planning to do. And there are other quarters who feel like, oh, these guys are doing well, so we should give them time. No, it's been almost like 4 years or so. We have to see the effects that they brought to this football club. Where Abramovich left the football club, can they confidently tell themselves that, yeah, we have improved more than Abramovich? I believe they cannot say that, but it's almost 4 years and things are not getting better. So they have to sit up, look into the areas where they feel like they are not doing well and they are failing us, and work so hard. And I believe if they do that, everybody will be on board. Everybody will be on board and will believe in the process that they are trying to sell to everyone. And the process sometimes even pisses me off, because if you are building and let's say you are doing the bricks, and at some point you remove some of the bricks and you bring some old bricks, how are you going to progress? That is what is happening. And I can tell you, bro, if we are unable to do a lot, a time will come, we are going to lose Enzo and Caicedo and some key players to some of the Spanish, giants, because there are rumors out there, and you know for sure that if Real Madrid come to your player, there is no way you are going to survive. If they say they want a player, trust me, they can get that player. So we don't want a situation where Enzo will be like, oh, after so many years, you guys are not qualifying to the Champions League, and it's something that I prioritize. So I just want to go elsewhere and play. Footballers can kiss the bag right now and go to another place and do the same thing. So we shouldn't expect that whatever is happening right now, some of these things can't happen. If Enzo leaves right now, where are we going to get the replacement? You understand? It might be out there, but it will be very difficult. If Caicedo wake up one day and he said, oh, I'm joining City or I'm joining Barcelona, how are we going to quickly get a replacement? That is why we have to be very serious. Let them build their own empire here. You need to prove to them that, hey, you are doing your best to make Chelsea one of the greatest clubs. You understand? And for them to have come here, I believe whatever achievement Abramovich helped Chelsea football club to achieve, that was the main reason why these footballers chose to join us. When João Pedro came here, they were asking him why you chose Chelsea instead of other players, and you see, he was like, oh, you know the reason why. Everybody knows why I came here. He was referring to how constantly we win trophies. You understand? So you don't want a situation you will be staying for a very long time. You are not winning anything, and you expect top-notch players to join you. It's not going to happen, because players look at all those things before they join a football club. So if you are not improving, you are not winning anything. I'm not going to waste my time. Serious players will never join you. You understand? That is why they have to do a lot to make sure that they are doing things right. And I don't think if they do everything right, the fans will be so mad. Chelsea fans are like that. If you do the right thing, everybody will be on board. But if you go wayward, trust me, nobody is going to support that. So they really have to work so hard. You understand? I'm so pissed, if we lose certain games like that, it pisses me off. And that is one of the moments I'm facing right now. So I believe we have to look into Wednesday or Tuesday whatever comes our way. And the performance we put up today, if that is what we are going to put up on Tuesday, then I believe we are going to be in a very serious trouble. Let's not forget that that game, for instance, we are going in as people who are so desperate. So we are going to press them. PSG can choose to sit back the way, like the way Newcastle did today, and they will get you on the break and cause, problem. Whatever happens to us in the PSG game, I believe that is how Godwin also was able to beat the offside trap and score us the same, or it might look similar. Just that the other one, Dembele took the ball from one half to the other. This one, these guys were able to, you know, get us on the break. So definitely going into that PSG game, we might put up the same behavior, and there is no way we could go there and just, get the goals we need. But I'm not going to lose hope, because against Napoli some time back, we were down like 3 goals to 1, I guess, and they came to Stamford Bridge and we beat them 3-0. I stand to be corrected. So this one, I'm not going to rule out. But that game, for instance, who were the players that were playing? How was the quality? Can I say the same thing to this squad? Probably no. So right now, it looks very dicey. On paper, I believe we are out. But if you believe in so many things and superstition, you can still give them the chance of qualifying to the next stage of the competition. But as it stands right now, bro, the football club looks so bad. Like everything looks so bad, and they really have to do something about the situation. It's getting out of hands.
Yeah, fair enough. You made mention of Roman era, and of course, one of the biggest things we have to remember is that when Roman was the owner, he had the spending wasn't really being um looked at under a microscope as it is now. And that's the thing, and of course, the spending that we were doing among other people is another reason why all of this, with FFP and PSR and all of that exists because of the heavy spending. But the reality is we have to remember that, as you said, you made some valid points. We were signing a whole young players, and the reality is we need to look into getting better players as well. Big up to you, Miss Molina. Thank you for tuning in. Good to see you. Um, Congratulations to Arsenal again. They won. Um, and it looks like they're gonna win the league. It looks like it's a certainty now. A lot of people are still being cautious, but it looks like Arsenal have won the league, and so fair enough. They've done their part. Oh yeah, but as I'm saying, Alfredino, the reality is we're in a situation where football has evolved. A lot of things, a lot of rules are exist now. So spending is more. It's you have to spend the more cautious way, because PSR is gonna hit you, FFP will hit you. All of that is something to remember as well. So yeah, I get what you're saying. I think we could have spent better with the money that we have spent as well. It's been over a billion spent on players for the future and for the current. So yeah, that is the biggest issue that we have as well. Um, and also I have a question to ask you as well. Um, so in terms of what you're saying, why is it that you think that sending experienced players will really help the team? Because I want to know your thoughts. What do you think will do? What do you think will uplift the team essentially?
Yeah, you need experience. Every team need experienced players, just because they are experienced. They have experienced so many things in life. Situations where a younger player will be timid and will be afraid, they can psych them up. That is why most teams you definitely have like some older players, not too old, but experience. It counts a lot. When you go to most of these football clubs, you will find somebody out there who is well experienced, have tasted all the glories, and they know how to help the younger players. Take a place like Man City. At least if you go there, you will have Ruben Diaz. Is it Ruben Diaz? Yeah. And you have Bernardo Silva. He is still around. You can also have like Donnarumma. He's very young, but started playing at a very young age. He's out there, so he can control certain areas of the field. But you can't just throw a Staval and some younger players out there without having anybody to guide them. Especially when there is so much chaos on the field of play, you need somebody who will say, "Hey, everyone, stop." They will go to referee and take control of situations. Like Enzo's situation, if JT was there, that card Enzo had some time ago against I think in the Aston Villa game also, it was needless. You don't hit the ball on the ground in front of a referee. It's something they don't like. It shows so much of disrespect, and referees want to prove to everyone that they are in control of a game. So when you do that, they don't like it. As an assistant captain, you don't do that in front of a referee. And it went to extend that João Pedro was trying to calm him down. I believe he might have told him that, hey, if you um, challenge this referee and argue with him, you get a second. I don't know what he was telling the guy, but he kept arguing with the referee, knowing that he has already shown you yellow card. So if you get a red card, what will be the sense in getting that red card? Because already you on a yellow card and you are so arguing with the referee, knowing that we're a goal down. So I think it was the game against Arsenal or Aston Villa, I've forgotten. So some of these situations, you need someone. I was watching Thiago Silva with Fluminense when they play with Dortmund, and I can tell you his partner, the one he was playing with, and those guys in front of him, it was feeling like a father treating a son. When you make a mistake, he shouts, tell you to come back. You look at him, he say, come back. How many of our players, you normally see doing that, apart from maybe Sanchez? Sometimes Sanchez will be more authoritarian, like control situations at the back. Tell me who does that. You don't see Chaloba communicating with those in front of him. Never. I've not seen him going so hard on any player. Have you seen Fofana going so hard on any player, telling them how to position themselves? Kukureya, as for him, he get bullied all the time. James, quiet. Malo Gusto. Just tell me, even Casedo, who is hard tackler and very good player, do you see him doing that kind of thing? No. Tell me some of our players. João Pedro, I would say maybe yeah. And Enzo, maybe yeah. All these guys, like, there is no leadership. That is one thing we have to look at. And that's why I think if you have an experienced player, that would be so perfect. Mikel was saying something some time ago. He said, at the time, if you come to Chelsea, Czech is the captain of Czech Republic. JT, the captain of England. Frank Lampard, assistant captain. Mike Lassian, assistant captain of Ghana. Mickey Obi, he was, I think, the captain or assistant before he became the captain. Balak, captain. Just name them. So it was like a whole lot of leaders at the time playing in the football club. So they know how to. Drogba, I forgot about Drogba, captain of Ivory Coast. So it was like the first 11, majority of them were captains, and you know the role of a captain. So if you have those players, those experienced players playing in your team, what do you think will happen? Because already they are captain in their various national team. They know how to control the team itself. So if you have a lot of them, that the team is going to look good. That is why I feel like younger players are good, but you need somebody to mentor them, and that is what we are lacking right now. Just look at Livramento and this guy Louis Hall. They move out of our football club not more than 5 years or so, but look at how they've like improved. You see, they've improved so much. What do you think would have happened if they were still here? It would have been very beneficial. But these guys came in, slightest mistake, they will get rid of some of the talents, the good ones, and the garbage will still be here. And that thing is still happening. And I feel like it doesn't take anyone to like see what is going on. Someone who doesn't even understand football will know that hey, there is something wrong with this football club. And all these things are very, very, part of the problem that is going on. If you get someone here who is well, like who is more experienced and come into the defense, I believe if Chaloba is not positioning well, he will be able to direct that person. And if we are taking even when our opponents are taking the set pieces, just observe the surrounding. It seems everyone is confused, and we've considered a lot of goals through set pieces. But if you have someone who was there, hey, you stand here, hey, go here, shouting, man, they will be very, very, very cautious and they will be aware of their surroundings. But it seems like no one is there who is doing that. And unfortunately, Rhys James, to me, he's the nicest captain you ever have. This guy doesn't even talk. You understand? And all these things are the problem. So if this football club really want to see us getting to the level we used to be, these are some of the petty stuff they need to solve first before we can get to that level. But as it stands right now, I told you, I don't believe these guys are willing to do that, and it's going to cause a problem. Next year, by now, we'll come back here and talk about the same thing. You understand? I'm going to talk about the same thing that we are facing, the problem that we are facing, because they are not willing to make any changes, and it bothers me a lot.
Fair enough. I just want to read this and then I'll just share what I there's some tweets that I saw on X as well. Let me see what. Okay, okay. Can you hear me now? Are you able to hear me now? Okay, cool, no problem. Right, so I just want to read this. So Blue Line Chelsea saying, I think relying on past experience is becoming obsolete. The world, including football, is changing every second. Because of that, the traditional era of idea, I should say, of experience is losing its value. If we start experienced players, it will create problems with wage structure, and we cannot do that for every player in the squad. And then the project itself is perfect. We just need to add a centre back. Well, I agree with what you said above, but I don't know about just saying that we just need. We think we need more than a centre back. I think we need new centre backs. That's what I think. We need new centre backs and a new goalkeeper. I can agree with that. We also have Mike Henderson come back as well, so we can also look at him. But I get what you mean, and I understand that. But speaking about budget, I want to just share this from what is it? What's this guy's name? Um, Kevin Hall, whatever his name is. I'm just going to share this. Let's share this. This is what he said.
Now, our chief correspondent, Carve Solikol, has joined Merce, Nathan, and I on the sofa. Carve, welcome. So, go then. Moving away from the manager, let's say, how much pressure are the Chelsea owners under this season?
It's a good question. Look, I don't think they themselves feel like they're under any pressure at all. They've got this sort of long-term plan, which is to win the title and also win the Champions League with Chelsea. And they think it's going to take a few years. It's not going to happen instantly, which is why they've been signing young players who are going to develop. But that is the goal, and they're convinced that they're going to get there. But it's not going to happen overnight. Now, I think the problem they have is that a lot of Chelsea supporters are used to having instant success. Some Chelsea supporters are not going to be patient. They are used to having the best players, signing the best players. In the world, having the best managers in the world. Effectively, what the owners are saying to them is, this is a new way of doing things, and you just have to trust us that we are going to get it right. And we've got to move away from the model of having somebody like Roman Abramovich putting money into the club because of the financial regulations. You can't do that anymore.
Okay, I know that was glitching out a lot, but yeah, so essentially that was what so what do you have to say about that, Bamfordino?
It makes me laugh, and it's funny. There is no way anybody can trust these owners on that. You want to develop young players for the future. We don't have time for that because they have not been trustworthy, and sometimes they say one thing and they do the other. Let me mention some players, then you tell me whether whatever they are saying is true. Vega, the guy who came from Basel. Chukmaker, Destro Fafana, Angelo. Who else can I also mention? We have a lot of them. Kasede. Bro, if these guys were still here, right? If they were still here, do you know how improved or how developed they could have been if they were still here? Where are they now? And they want to tell me that they want to develop who? Where is even Candy Pies? Pies went back to South America. He went back to South America. This was a guy who was on fire. And for some reason, he went back to South America. I don't know why he had to leave Europe and go back to South America. That means he's also going to take another year to get used to the European game. I don't know why he left, but he's another player whom we might also lose. How consistent this guy normally play some of our games. Estaval, he proved to everyone that he's a good player. Anytime he gets the opportunity, he comes out there and performs so good. But it seems like he's being restricted of getting enough playing time. Like, he doesn't get enough playing time. We are not getting the best out of this boy. So if the owners are using some of these folks, and all the statements will be like, oh, I believe this owners, I believe this owners that, I don't buy that. I want to see it now, because it feels like they will tell you, oh, we are preparing for the future. I made an analogy previously that if you are building, you are putting up the structure, and you put up the structure, you go somewhere, you remove the bricks. Like, if the moment you take one bricks out, you might collapse one section of your building. That means you have to start everything all over. Does it really make sense? It doesn't make sense. That's what is happening right now at Chelsea Football Club. we will do this. Then there are certain players we brought in, and it didn't make any sense. There were so many players we brought in, and I thought that it didn't make a lot of sense. But they felt like, oh, it was the right thing they were doing. Oh, they are making a future team for the Champions League and whatever. These are all lies, and I wouldn't pay them any attention. It's a way of letting things look so good. Like they'll be patching, they'll do patching all the time. When the season is going to the end, Chelsea supporters will talk. They will try to come up with a lot of rumors that, hey, we are about to sign this player. And at the end of the day, they will patch, come up with the same squad. And the whole problem will still exist and will come. If luckily for us, we go to some competitions and we are lucky to win it, fine. If we don't win it, we move. That is how they are operating right now. So me, whatever any journalist will say, they have every right to say that is what they believe in. But I'm also thinking about a different thing. I don't think these guys are up to anything. They are just lying to the Chelsea supporters, and nobody should take them serious. I will take them serious if all the things that we are crying for, they are able to solve it for us. Then we can say that, yeah, these guys are now serious. But until then, I'm not going to waste my time and believe whatever they tell us right now.
Fair enough. Yeah, because I was muted. That's why. All right. So I just want to read my boss comment here. So it says, Ty, the reason why we lost this game. It's because we didn't turn up as usual. We had no fight, no passion. There's no leaders in the team except RJ. Well, I don't know if I would say that Reece James is an effective leader though. Um, but yeah. So let's see what else you've said here. Okay. So Abbas has also said, Don Fernandinho Players went back to South America because he couldn't handle the European football properly. He wasn't ready for European football yet, just saying. So that's from Abbas as well. If there's anything else I'm missing. Is there anything else? So Javier's a Joe, that's from Ray. Mabas, okay, so Miss Molina saying hi to Mabas. And okay, so that's that. So yeah, so this is another tweet here. I don't know how true it is, but from the touchline it says exclusive. If Liam Senior's side is knocked out of the Champions League, the run of 16, he will at the very least be expected to secure a Champions League qualification spot in the league. Failing to do so could very likely lead to his dismissal. Lupo Sutra for Senior, but internally they believe the squad is strong enough to compete for a top four finish in the Premier League, which they say as absolute minimum expectation. Interesting. I don't know about top four qualification, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay, that's not what I meant to do a while ago. I don't know why I did that. This is the next one. So this was loud boos at full time, another disgraceful performance, another defeat at home, and more jot points. And I'm not going to read that last statement, but it says pathetic club, pathetic manager, pathetic players, and season over. So let me play this so you guys can hear what was being said. So basically, you're able to see that that was what was going on. as well. So that's crazy, but that was also what was happening. So from Mabasi says goalkeeper position weak, defense not Chelsea level, midfield question marks, attack too inconsistent, and then there's cry emojis. And then Blue Line Chelsea saying the owners will be here for the next 10 years. A true shoulder fight with the tools he has, and both the manager and the players can do far better than what they are currently showing. Fair enough. Um, you see, but look at the poll. So the poll, we have 15 votes on the poll. Who do you blame for the Chelsea situation? 53% says Rosenio, 13% says the players, 77, I should say 7% says the owners, and 27% says directors. So right now, Rosenio is getting most of the blame for the Chelsea situation right now. I don't know what you think about that Banfilino, but that's what the poll that I put out on YouTube is being. Um, that's the percentage. Are you able to hear me now, Bamfidino? Can those in the chat hear me? I don't know what's going on. Okay, so Mabas is saying the reason why I put question mark for midfield is because sometimes they can have good games and at times they can have bad games as well. All right, so and then okay, fair enough, fair enough. All right, so and then Kim Su out. Oh, yeah, Kim Su was here. Big up to Kim Su who joined earlier. And okay, so Blue Line Chelsea saying yes, he can hear me. I don't know what's going on. Malfino says he can't hear me though. Um, but yeah, so that is what's going on right now. Yeah, so we've been streaming for almost 90 minutes now. I wanted to see if anybody else wanted to join. But I can probably give it another 20 minutes. I don't know. Can you hear me, Banfidino? Okay, I guess Banfidino still can't hear me. Um, any other questions from those in the chat? We have 10 people watching. Appreciate the support. And so can the other 8 people that are in the chat say something so that I can know that it's actually people. So it says Anelka, 47 years old today. Time flies fast. He's like yesterday, he played for Chelsea. But happy birthday. And on the 11th of March, that was Drogba's birthday as well. And we lost on that day as well. So, anyways, yeah. So Analysts, why keep talking about the owners when they're clearly stealing? The focus should be on the main actors, on the main actor. I like the fact you said the main actors because they are actors for real. They're comedic. They are real. They're tragic heroes. So I agree with you. They are actors. I don't call them players. They're actors. They're not serious people, man. Honestly, they're not serious people because it's not for real. Can you hear us, Bamfidino? Yeah, okay. I don't know what's going on. Buffy says he still can't hear me. Fair enough. So, any other questions? From you, Blue Line Chelsea, my boss, anybody else that's watching? Let me just. Okay, so we've lost Bumpidino on the stream. I want to thank you for joining as well. I'm not sure if you can join back, but I want to thank you for joining nonetheless. Any other questions from anybody? If not, then I probably might just end the stream. I'll be sitting here for the last 90 minutes. So if nobody else has anything to say, I'll just end the stream, and we can just proceed forward in another stream. So if there's no other questions, then I'll just end the stream. I'm just gonna give it another minute to see if anybody else has anything else to add. And of course, we do have Nightbot is reminding there's a thing that we have going on right now. So if we receive 10 super chats, I mean, if we receive one, that it will push towards that as well. We'll be doing a Chelsea kit giveaway. Let's see if we can achieve our goal. So can we achieve the goal? And can we also achieve the subscriber goal? We're getting closer to 5,000. I want to see if that's going to happen. 10 people are watching. If you haven't already, drop a like on the stream. Thank you very much for tuning in. Blue Line Chelsea says, I think we are in a good state, just a bad patch. A patch can be infected as well. I hope you know that. So they win a bad patch, but will the bad patch end before the end of the season? Because the bad patch can last for the remaining of the season. There's 7 games left in the Premier League season, I think, or is it 8 for Chelsea? Let me see. Let me check this out quickly before I say nonsense. Yeah, so we have 8 games left of the season. 8 more games left of the season. We can still finish the season with by getting 70 points, but it won't be by. I don't see us getting more than 60 something points. No, at this juncture, we'd have to win all the remaining games to get to 70 points or anything or get close to 70 points. Not lose any game for the rest of the season. And I don't know if we'll be able to do that. It's not impossible because with the last 8 games, but I don't know, man. It's a situation right now. But yeah. Will we get any super chat today to help towards that giveaway that we have planned before the end of the season? I want to know. Anyways, so no more questions. So with that being said, thank you very much to everybody that's tuned in. We're about 3 minutes away from it being 11 p.m. UK time. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Thank you to Miss Melina, Blue Line Chelsea, of course, my boss. Who else was here? There was also Ray. Ray was also here. As I said, Miss Melina, who was Manfredino, of course, was on the panel. Ray, as I said, here. Is there anybody else? Am I forgetting anybody? I'm going to just do this quickly. Kim Soo, yeah, so that's it. So thank you very much. And for the persons who are still watching, but they didn't come in, probably just listening to the stream, thank you as well for tuning in. Much appreciation to you. And I will see you guys. Well, I'll be doing a Chelsea Women stream tomorrow for the final, the Subway League Cup final for the Chelsea Women tomorrow. So, of course, I will be back for another stream. All being well, tomorrow for the final of the Women's League Cup, Chelsea Women versus Manchester United Women. So if you're interested, you can, of course, come show support to that stream as well. You can also watch it if you want to as well. I'm not forcing anybody to do anything, but if you're interested, please do consider joining us tomorrow for that stream as well. So thank you very much, and I'll see you guys next time. Cheers, and up the Chelsea.
Clear the tunnel, check the steps, the clock is ticking, welcome to the show. Check the pulse, feel the heat, every blade of grass glass, every heart in the seat. 22 men, but there's only one crown. We don't come to play, we come to shut it down. Calculated movement, precision in the strike. Turn the volume up, flicker on the light. We're under the lights, yeah, we're chasing the glory. 90 on the clock, we're writing the story. 0 to 100, never looking back. Line 'em up, break 'em down, stay on the attack. This is the moment, this is the stage. Flip the script, yeah, we're turning the page. Yeah, go! Ice in the veins when the pressure gets heavy. Ball in the back, keep the front line steady. One touch, one shot, one chance to beat great. History is calling, don't leave it to fate. From the first whistle till the final scream. Living for the badge, dying for the dream. Game over, but the grind never stops. See you on the pitch, hey, the silence. Till under the lights, yeah, tasting the glory. 90 on the clock, we're writing the story. 0 to 100, never looking back. Line 'em up, break 'em down, stay on the attack. This is the moment, this is the stage. Flip the script, yeah, we're turning the page. Yeah. Whoa! Ideas are pain, but the grind never stops. See you on the pitch. Break the silence, keep turning the page. Woo!
Neon poles in the midnight air. Wires hum like they know you're there. Echoes right through the circuit tide.
Hey! Yeah. Stop! Clear the tunnel. Check the stats. The clock is ticking. Welcome to the show. Check the pulse. Feel the heat. Every blade of grass, every heart in the seat. 22 men, but there's only one crown. We don't come to play, we come to shut it down. Calculated movement, precision in the stride. Turn the volume up, flicker on the light. We're under the lights, yeah, we're chasing the glory. 90 on the clock, we're writing the story. 0 to 100, never looking back. Line 'em up, break 'em down, stay on the attack. This is the moment, this is the stage. Flip the script, yo, we're turning the page. This is the moment. This is the stage. Ice ice in the veins when the pressure gets heavy. Wall in the back, keep the front line steady. One touch, one shot, one chance to be great. History is calling, don't leave it to fate. From the first whistle to the final scream, living for the badge, dying for the dream. Game over, but the grind never stops. See you on the pitch, fade to silence.
Fade to silence.